A priest, a rabbi, and a pastor walk into a bar. It's the start of many good jokes. But what if it could be a place where we have actual conversations about spiritual things and God?
Hi, my name is Father Stace, and I am the head priest at Church of the Epiphany in East Denver. I have been there for 18 and a half years, and I am an Anglican Christian.
Hi, my name's Ashley Richards, and I'm the host of a true crime comedy podcast called That's So Fucked Up. We talk about cults, murder, and other generally fucked up stuff. I am an agnostic. I believe in some sort of sense of a higher power, although I don't put a name or face to that. Maybe it's aliens. I don't know.
My name is Martin Söderhamn. I'm a filmmaker. I'm a producer of this show. And I am also an atheist. I believe in being good, and I do everything I can to make sure that I don't have too many regrets when I hit the deathbed.
This is a safe place where we come together and speak the elephant out of the room and get to ask the real questions. How do you make sense of death with or without religion?
You make sense of death with religion because there's hope. And in particular, for Christians, there's hope in the resurrection of Jesus Christ, who conquered death, and therefore gives us hope.
Hope that what? Hope for what?
Hope for making things right in the world, as well as eternal life.
I can get on board with those. I make sense of death as there's an eventual timeout, and before that time out, I would like to make my existence in this world matter. And I think knowing that eventually it's going to be time out, it gives a little sense of urgency. To me, it feels like death is a huge part of religion in general. And I think it's a big driver for people who are religious, in that I think a lot of people are extremely afraid of dying, which I think is unnecessary and irrational, but it makes it easier to cope with having religion. I cope with it as saying, well, since I am going to die and nothing is going to happen after that, I think it's lights are out. I really need to do something with my time.
So the primary teaching of Jesus was that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And so he was bringing something that wasn't just for the afterlife. He was bringing a living relationship with the living God. So if it's just insurance for what comes later, that can be problematic. But if it's an active relationship with God, that's something that transcends death, and that's something that makes life more worth living.
I would just like, when I'm lying on my deathbed one day, I'd like to lie there with little to no regret, saying, I did all right.
That's why I do the podcast. I think that people should make a difference in the world in a way that feels good to them. Like, in a way, for me, like, I like to make people laugh, and I like to educate them and make them think. And like, for me, the podcast is that vehicle. For Martin, it's filmmaking. For Father Stace, it's preaching, and right? I don't want to speak for you.
Preaching, teaching, being with folks. Sure.
So, yeah, I'd say, like, we're all striving to leave the world a better place in our own way.
OurCommunityNow.com is a proud sponsor of Holy Highball. When you want news and stories that make you feel good, or you just want to know what's going on in your neighborhood, visit OurCommunityNow.com for the latest.